Good morning guys, welcome to a new vlog. We are shooting from home today. We've got a really cool project to shoot for Jimmy Choo and we're approaching it very differently. We're using printers, scanners for the first time properly, which will be very interesting as I had some inspiration that I found from Pinterest. Like here, you can see images scanned with paper clips, tape. I just thought it was really cool. It's too bright in this room, which we never complain about, but just for the light, we need to cover the windows and we don't have blinds, so Bash is covering with large paper. We're gonna set up a whole backdrop here, and this is in our dining room. Our dining room, we work from here, we shoot from here, it's just a lot. I need to help Bash set this up, so. We just finished shooting and the shoot went really well. Here's how the content looks. Very, very proud of this one. And shooting on a plain white background, I think it's really cool. So I had a good time. Now I have a friend coming over for dinner and we have a whole chicken in the fridge which needs to be cooked up. So I'm going to make jerk chicken seasoning from scratch. I've never done this before because Bash loves this jar one that we buy, and
You're making me sound so basic.
He said I'm making him sound so basic, but it is really good, this jar one that we buy. So we've never felt the need to make it from scratch. And then my sister made me jerk chicken with the seasoning from scratch, and it was just so fresh, and it's perfect for a summer's day. It's getting really nice outside, so I thought I'd give it a go with you guys. These are the ingredients, and don't be shy with the spices. I always say the more seasoning, the better. So with everything I just showed you, I'm pretty much gonna throw it in a blender, blitz it up with some extra virgin olive oil, and then we'll smother the chicken in with the spices and the seasoning and the marinade basically. Okay, I've placed pretty much everything into the blender. I'm gonna also do some lime zest and lime juice, some extra virgin olive oil and salt and pepper, and give it a blitz. Gosh, I'm so sorry, like the chairs in the background, the house is, or this room is upside down from the shoot. We actually have a meeting now with a client, a potential client, so I'm just really quickly trying to get this marinade done so that we can jump on this call. Lots of exciting things to come, guys. Life's good. Life is positive. Life is good. My anxiety hasn't been so bad today. I did a really good workout session, so that helps. I forgot to add some soya sauce. That's one of the main ingredients, which makes the marinade a little bit darker. And salty. I spatchcocked the chicken myself. I don't even know if I did it properly, but it worked, whatever I did. Now, my favorite part. Let's use it all. Let's just smother it in as much marinade as possible, and then I'm going to leave it to marinate for about 3 hours. I wish I was doing this overnight, but I just don't have time. Show and tell time. Rimowa just gifted me this lovely brand new Rimowa. I shot some organic content using a Rimowa that Bash got me for my birthday one year, and they saw it and messaged and said, can we use these images for our own socials in exchange for a suitcase? I was like, hell yeah, and I chose this one. Bash actually influenced me to get this green one, and I'm so happy I got it because it matches my eyes. There is just some bits we need for dinner, so we're walking to the shops. Usually we drive, but it's such a nice day. We're like, we need to take advantage of just being outside as much as possible. So I think on the side I'm going to make coleslaw, mac and cheese, rice, roast potatoes, and roasted carrots.
Sounds beautiful.
I'm only joking, I'm not doing all of those things. I thought you were going to be like, what?
Sorry, I'm just working.
I do things like that to wind Bash up. I say things that I know are going to trigger him just to see his reaction. I'm not making mac and cheese, there's no way. This is my favorite way to spend the day, is gym in the morning, nice breakfast, shoot, and then spend the rest of the day tidying up the house because I'm a clean freak and I really enjoy tidying up. Bash is laughing because he knows how true it is.
It's hard for me to understand that you enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I find it hard to believe that you love cleaning up, but at the same time, I understand how it can be
Therapeutic.
I understand. Just not for me, personally.
Of course, because you're a boy.
I like
You're
to
a man.
I like to make mess.
You're actually very tidy. And then just cook something really extravagant towards the end of the day. That, to me, is the perfect day for me. Also shooting from home. So everything happens in the home. I just wish I had the dream home to do that in, but one day, manifest. Puts her silver tinfoil hat on.
Everything is mine, thanks to manifestation.
I'm making a coleslaw. It's the easiest thing to make. You just put loads of stuff in a bowl, mix it all up. Bada bing, bada bong, you've got coleslaw. But I'm gonna show you the gadgets that I use to make coleslaw because this has changed my life in regards to the process, and it slices everything to perfection. What flavor is the mayonnaise you bought?
Babe, just try it first before you put it in the
Bash just he bought a mayonnaise, but it's mustard flavor. But why?
It looks fancy.
Let's try this mustard mayo.
Right, muscles. Oh, look.
It tastes like mustard.
Ugh.
Why would you do that? How did you even know that? It doesn't even, oh, it says it's mixed with Dijon mustard.
I realised after I bought it, basically.
Because I wouldn't put mustard in a coleslaw, so I don't think that's gonna be right. Can you go to the shop, please? Making a mess, making a mess, making a mess. Okay, so with this, you can choose the thickness. You place your onion, and you just go like this. Like, isn't that just so impressive? Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted because I'm trying to look at the camera. I'm gonna get this top bit off as well. Isn't that so impressive, guys? Minimal work. And then it just slices it so thin, it's perfect. And I'm gonna do the same for the cabbage. Okay, so I can't put the mayo in quite yet because we have a delivery order coming with some normal mayo, thank God. In the meantime, I'm gonna just set the coleslaw to the side. I'm gonna make some rice, prepare the plantain. Look how ripe these are. So a little tip with plantain, the blacker they are, the better, because it means that they're riper. And if they're too yellow, then they're just not gonna have that nice sweet flavor that a plantain that looks like this would have. And honestly, so underrated. We need to use plantain more in the UK. But I guess it's not really the climate to grow them. I wonder if these were imported from Jamaica. Okay, let's check on the roast chicken. Oh, it's burnt a bit, but I like it burnt because it goes quite crispy, I think. And then all the juices have kind of fizzled to the bottom. So I'm gonna try and make like a little gravy with it. I'm a bit embarrassed to show you how it looks because it does look a bit dry and burnt. But I'm sure it's gonna be really good. I haven't made a roast in ages, so I feel out of practice. So I cut up the chicken to make it look a bit cuter for you guys. And this is how it's looking. I'm gonna whack it back in the oven for like another 10 minutes until my friend gets here. And then we're gonna eat. But that is how it's looking, juicy, yum. Doesn't look like jerk chicken, looks more like curried chicken, but still tastes really good. Every time I make a roast, I always tell people to save the bones. Even if you've licked the bone, save it, because I make a really good stock overnight, which I use the next day for anything. You can make a soup, you can make risotto, you can make curries using this stock, which is made with the bones. I've also been struggling with my skin a bit. I bet loads of you can probably relate to bad skin issues, and for me this is particularly quite bad. It's not been like this in maybe almost a year. My skin's been good all year round and suddenly I've broken out. I'm hoping that this stock that I make, well, that I have made, helps with my skin. There's a lot of collagen because of the chicken bones, so it's really good for you. This slow pressure cooker is what we make our rice in, and you can use it for multiple things. You can make it for risottos, yogurt, meats, stock, soups, loads of things. And I have made the stock in here and I left it on a slow cook for around 4 hours. So the water is now just full of all the goodness. I'm gonna strain it and then bottle it up, and then I'm gonna make a soup. This is how it's looking, and under this layer is all of the chicken bones, some leftover vegetables. I used a lot of fresh ginger. This is how I separate all of the meat and the spices and the chunks of vegetables from the liquid. So I take a scoop and then I place it on the drainer, and then I kind of press out all of the water and the juices from everything, and then let it sieve through to this. And with all of the leftovers, the bones, the skin, I just throw away. Please excuse the washing machine noise in the background. Girl gotta wash her clothes. I have these leftover milk bottles. I have like 9 of these just stacked up in a cupboard. But I keep them because they're so handy to store your chicken broth in. So now that I have a jug full, just pour it through. If you're careful, you literally create no mess. If you're not careful, it can get very messy. Okay, I've probably got some space for a bit more, but this is the vibe. And then you just place those in the fridge. There's still quite a lot of seasoning within my stock, so I need to figure out a way to get rid of that, but it's fine. The more flavor, the better, I think. Before I head out to see the family, I am gonna help Bash set up the backdrop again so that we can finish off our project for Jimmy Choo. This is kind of what we have in mind. This is a rough copy, and we bought a printer just so that our vision would work. So we printed, this was just a test from an old shoot we did, and we printed it and drew on it. And then we also bought a scanner as well as a printer so that we could scan this back onto the computer with the text. How good. Quality that this printer prints is insane. So we obviously haven't bought it just for this shoot. Bash is going to be able to print out all of the pictures he takes on holidays. We have in mind some prints that we want to print out to place around the house, which is quite exciting. Even though we're not allowed to hang things up on the walls in this house because it's rented, we can do it anyway. No one will know. Unless my landlord watches my videos. If so, hey girl, we're keeping your flat nice and clean. All I've been thinking about today is just coming home and making this soup. So let's start. I have a quick chopper. I just want everything to be really evenly chopped for the soup, and I want it quite small, so it's kind of like you can get a spoonful of the vegetables rather than it just being like completely blitzed. So it's going to be like a chunky chicken and vegetable soup that we're making today. Let's start with the onion. That's always a good thing to start with. Guys, this is such a kitchen hack if you don't have like a lot of time on your hands. You literally place the vegetable on the blade. It just chops it for you so perfectly. I don't use this all the time. If I do have time, I prefer to chop vegetables by hand, but I want to get eating ASAP. I'm really excited for this. And the vegetables I'm using are carrots, a whole chili, this isn't too spicy, so all good for my stomach, a leek, cavallonero. I'm also going to add sweet corn, the chicken, maybe some peas, and maybe some rice noodles, but I don't know if I have any, so I'll need to check. Okay, the soup's ready and it's looking so good. That is just a bowl full of goodness. I added some rice noodles in there. There's chicken, chili, cavallonero, carrots, all the good stuff. Can't wait. That's gonna be so good. It smells amazing. I have this weird thing where I don't like tasting as I go along. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Does anyone else have that? That I just let it be, and if it turns out good, it's gonna turn out good. Okay, let's taste this together. It's really hot, so I'm a bit scared. That's gonna burn my tongue. It's quite spicy. It needs some soy sauce for salt, but other than that, really good. Good morning. This room still isn't back to its original state because we're still having fun printing and shooting. Bash is going to attempt to print this picture of us from our Thailand holiday. Guys, it's way more complicated than you think. It's not just pressing a button on the computer and saying print. I think there's a lot of settings that you have to play around with in order to get what you want. How's it going, Bash?
We'll see. These prints that we did were on like standard quality, still like pretty sick.
Yeah, so good.
But this is highest, so we'll see. We'll see how it looks.
I'm off to meet Rosie, one of my best friends, for a coffee. I haven't seen her in ages, so it'll be really nice to catch up. You need to make time for your friends. They love you. So when I can, I meet up with those that I just love the most. Like, I get so content being with Bash all the time, I have to remind myself, like, Sarah, make time for your friends. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I've got some admin bits to do today, so just seeing my friends early in the morning is great, because I'm not a night owl, and I'm past going out, going for drinks, partying. So my favourite thing is to get a coffee in the morning with a mate. Yes, come and give me kisses. I love you. Oh, good girl. You don't go, don't leave me. Do I have to bribe you with a treat? Have you been such a good girl that you get a treat? Okay, come on. Up here. Sit. Paw. Good. Yeah, good girl, because you've been such a good girl. I've been really bad at drinking lately, but now I'm making more of a conscious effort because my skin's really bad for me. Like, you can see I've had a breakout here, but I had breakouts from like here downwards, means it's hormonal, even though I'm not due on my period just yet, so I'm not really sure why I'm having a hormonal breakout. It's a little bit unusual for me, but it sucks. Breakouts are so annoying, especially when you're used to having like really decent skin. Oh well, it's just getting back on my health kick, having lots of water. I think water is the key for good skin. Oh, I have been bumming around in this tracksuit for the last 2 days. I'm about to have a shower. Not that I didn't shower yesterday, I've showered every day, but I've been wearing this on repeat and I just feel a little bit sluggish. I get a lot of questions in regards to my hair care routine. My hair's not nice at the moment. I brushed it before I went to bed last night. That's why it looks a bit frizzy rather than ringlety. But I'm gonna show you what products I use for my hair. Recently I received in a PR mailer Augustus Bader shampoo and conditioner, and I'm like halfway through using them and I absolutely love them. And I also don't review or tell you guys about products unless I've really tried them before or I've tried a different version of it. And now that I'm halfway through these, I can tell you that this has been great for curly hair, and I think it specializes for dry hair, if I'm right. I'm just reading if it says it on the packaging. So it's been really nourishing for my hair. And then I've gone in with this scalp treatment. I just use that on my roots and I've really liked that. I've been using this L'Oreal product for about 3 years now, and it just adds like an extra shine and softness to my hair that no other product does. And you leave this in for 8 seconds and then you just rinse it out. And there's a little indicator here saying 20 mil, which indicates how much you should use per use. And I just use it throughout the ends of my hair because I am wearing bonded hair extensions. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my real length. This is my real curl, but not my real length. So just from like where the extension lies, I just use it below on the ends of my hair and I absolutely love it. You can buy that in a Boots or a Superdrug. It's really affordable. I believe it's under the £10 mark. Insane. Also, it's so underrated. Why don't many people talk about it? I don't understand. And then when I get out of the shower, I'll show you what I use in my hair to kind of maintain a nice curl throughout the day. I feel like I've probably shown you guys these products before, which I use in my hair, but these are Hair Rituals by Sisley. And this is the La Creme 230 Thermo Protector. It's a cream. And then this is a hair oil, and I mix the two together. And I know it's a protector. I'm not using heat on my hair, but if you do use heat on your hair, this is a bonus because then you're protecting your hair. But I just really like the consistency of this cream, and it's not too heavy. I find with curl creams it's really difficult because if I put a product in and then my hair dries, it can weigh down my curls, making my hair look quite flat. So I do like a sense of a frizzy element to my curl, and I achieve that by not putting too much product in. So I just do like the tiniest palmful like that, mix it in, scrunch it in, and that's what I've been doing with my hair recently. My hair's so dry, so oil is really, really great for my hair. So I've been using that oil, and another oil I've been using is Augustus Beta. That's more for when my hair is dry. And then a really strong oil I've been using is a natural rosemary oil, and I just got that from Amazon. This is probably the cheapest out of all the oils I've showed you, and apparently rosemary oil is really good for hair growth. My hair doesn't grow. Don't know what it is. My hair just in the last 4 or 5 years hasn't grown, but I think it's because when I used to shoot e-com as a model in studios, they used to ask me to straighten my hair all the time. So my hair, I feel like I've kind of just burnt the growth molecules and my hair just doesn't grow. So that's from too much straightening my hair. And that's kind of why I got extensions, because I feel like when I have my hair short and curly, it doesn't look flattering on me. It looks flat, it looks thin. But when I have, and then I don't want to have it curly, I'd rather have it straight or up in a bun. But when I have my extensions in, it allows me to keep my hair curly, and I don't want to straighten it most of the time. And I always have it down. So I'm actually hoping that this is going to help my hair grow, because it means that I don't slick it up in a bun and I'm just letting it be. But then again, the bonded extensions are weighing my natural hair down, so that's not great for hair growth. So it is what it is. I love my hair with extensions, so I'm just going to keep doing extensions until my hair says, no, Sarah, you don't need it, no more. But yeah, that was basically a really simple hair care routine. I cannot wait to move house one day and have a really nice bathroom. I cannot stand this bathroom. The shower doors are falling off. There's no storage space. I'm not going to show you because it's embarrassing, this side of the bathroom. There's no storage space, so all the product's just out. And I have a thing about product and things being out. I'd much rather them all be hidden away in cupboards and closets. That's why our kitchen is actually quite minimal, because I'm just like, everything needs to go into a cabinet. That's why I just don't really have many things out. But when everything's out, it just drives me crazy. Because like I always say, tidy house means tidy mind, and if it's all behind a door, then you don't see mess. But in this bathroom, you see everything, and I'm so over it. You know when you're really ready to move house and you're just like counting down the days, and everything that you find frustrating frustrates you even more, and you find more reason to be frustrated. That's me right now, and I really need to get out of that cycle. Does anyone know what this could be? Do you guys think it's hormonal? Because this is really crazy for me, and I'm not due on my period. I've been kind of good in terms of my diet, so I don't know what it is. I did talk about anxiety, so maybe it's like an emotional change within my body and my mind that it's causing me to break out. Maybe stress? I don't know. Help. I had this sudden desire to start writing down all of my recipes and recipe ideas. So I bought a notebook and I started writing down and printing out photos of my recipes. And then I'm gonna pass this book down to my children, and then those children can pass this recipe book down to their children, and it will be like a family. Is it heirloom? No, that's jewelry, heirloom. This will be a family inheritance. That's what you get, a cookbook. But it's going to be worth millions, so it's better than physical money inheritance. Well, Tequila, you can inherit my cookbook, my only child. Oh, she's getting old. Look at her grey hairs around her mouth. Hi, Bash. Also, it's been really nice just writing things down and being a bit artsy. Humans, they have to use their hands, and I think it's the Me using my mind and my hands has been very fulfilling. That's why I love cooking so much, because it's using my hands and I just feel fulfilled. I kind of feel like I'm getting that feeling from art class when I was younger. So I've done one recipe, full madamas, and now I'm on to the second recipe, patata hara. And we're putting that printer to real good use. So it's quite fun. Bash is gonna be cooking in the kitchen today, and he's gonna dish up one of his favorite things he likes to cook. I would say this has been your recent favorite thing to cook, because whenever you cook it, it's always you that makes it and you kill it.
Yeah, but I don't like taking credit for this because I'm buying the marinade in the jar and the sauce in the jar.
So I just printed the lubia out, and I've written the ingredients and the method to it. And then I've got this really cool tape, and I stick it on either side, just like this. And I want it to look a bit used, so when I do come to making these dishes, like I'll leave it lying out on the kitchen counter, maybe it gets some like tomato sauce stains, some oil stains. I just want to have it looking a bit used and loved. Naturally, not forced. So the opening of my book, it says, extra virgin olive oil is the heart of so many of these dishes. Make sure to have a really good one, and I promise you, whatever you make will taste incredible. And then the first recipe I have is full madamas. And then I have patata hara. And then I have lubia. And then the next recipes I have are Shirazi salad, fattoush, chicken noodle soup, feta salad, magluba, broccoli orecchiette, shepherd's pie, salsa, and then spaghetti with courgettes, and the pasta pesto, spag bowl, because I believe my spag bowl is elite, and prawns in red sauce.
Oh, hi vlog. I've been made to do this against my will. Sarah's got the bank card and won't give it to me until I do this, so here we are. This is the chicken I've marinated. 3 breasts, Gymkhana classic tandoori marinade. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And you rack it in the fridge for how long?
Whack that in fridge for as long as you can. Preferably a day, 24 hours, but someone just didn't fancy doing it, I don't know. We are.
Who is that someone?
It is you.
So this is how my hair's looking. Really nice, very happy. We've just got to pop to the shops to get some ingredients for dinner, because again, we just haven't bothered to do big food shops. We keep doing these really small food shops. So yeah, I miss doing big food shops because then we just have everything in the fridge for the week and we don't have to keep going out. Because I just love being at home all the time.